Welcome back to another episode of a Prehistoric Island, a World of Dinosaurs, Season 2. This is Episode 4. So let's get started, shall we? We start today's episode in the grasslands, a large expanse of grass and shrubs, where a lot of herbivorous dinosaurs feast upon. Like I said, many herbivorous dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals like to hang out here and feast here. Like this large stegosaurus. Another pair of dinosaurs grazing here in the afternoon are a mated pair of two Parasaurolophuses. The male is the one with the brightly colored orange crest, while the female is the one with the yellow, standing up. Next to a really large conifer bush or tree is a family of Amargosauruses, a species of sauropod that lived during the Cretaceous period in what is now South America. This is a female. She is the mother. She's feasting on the tough foliage of the conifers. On her left side is a juvenile male. He has almost reached adulthood, but decides to stay with his mother. And hanging out right here is a little baby Amargosaurus. He is just a couple weeks old, but he's used to life in the plains, for where he was born. The mother and the juvenile keep a really strict eye on him, for there are many predators in the plains lurking in the tall grass and bushes. And that is what is just about to happen. For walking in the grass, it's a small carnivorous dinosaur. It is a Ornitholestes. The last time we saw these dinosaurs was back in Season 1 during the fall. He is stalking the herd. And he is mainly targeting the young baby Amargosaurus. But he is not the only one who is hungry today. The female Inocencivia normally lives in the desert regions, but she has stumbled into the grasslands, and she is even watching them. She is aiming for the baby as well. But a much larger carnivore is even watching for the juvenile and potentially the mother. This is Jeremy, the Cryolophosaurus. He is aiming for them as well. He is oblivious, however, that the two other smaller carnivores are even stalking. But he can care less, for they're smaller. The herd is oblivious to this, just hanging out and eating. Until, out of nowhere, Juvenile is knocked over by the Inocentevilla. Juvenile has minor wounds, but the mother will not give up without a fight to save her son's life. The baby is frightened, and then he decides to flee. But as he runs, he's going into another predator's trap. The Ornitholestes has found the baby. But so has Jeremy. Juvenile gets up only with minor bruises, and he goes to help his mother. The mother has been taken down, and she screams for help. The juvenile then uses his long whip-like tail to scare away the Inocentevilla. The Inocentevilla is hurt real bad and decides to limp away, not even attempting to kill the mother and juvenile. She tries to walk away into the deserts from whence she came. The juvenile walks up to his mother and comforts her to see if she's okay. The good news is that the mother is just fine. She then gets up, thinking that the fight is all over. But where is her baby? She then realizes her baby's gone. But cries she hears. The mother then quickly runs over, and her son follows. As they run over, the mother is shocked to see what's going on. The baby is cornered by two predators. Jeremy looks over. The baby is frightened, and the Ornitholestes also takes a glance over at the family. But the Ornitholestes knows better not to deal with two large sauropods, for he is really small. So he decides to retreat into the bushes to hide. The baby is still frightened, but Jeremy will not give up without a fight, for he is hungry. He is not going to give up his prey. So it's up to the Amargosauruses to save their baby. Jeremy then lashes out at the juvenile. Biting and scratching at his side and his legs. The juvenile cries out for help. The mother then defends her son. She pushes Jeremy off. The baby watches in horror, for he has never seen such a violent fight in his whole entire life. The juvenile quickly gets up and decides to go towards his little brother. So now, Jeremy cannot even get to the baby, for he is now being protected by his wounded brother. But Jeremy is not going to give up. He gets up, even though some of his bones have cracked and he has bruises. The mother and Jeremy will now stand off. All that her sons can do is just watch, hoping that she wins. The fight then begins. Jeremy launches at her neck and begins to attack her, knocking her to the ground. But the mother quickly flips him off. Stomping him. But surprisingly, Jeremy gets up, no matter what his injuries are. And knocks her down again, and begins to bite at her stomach and scratch at it. But the mother will not give up. She then gets back up. Begins to kick him away. The mother is exhausted and wounded, with cuts and bruises, and possibly some cracked bones. Jeremy then gets up. Hurt really badly, he then leaves. He's not gonna mess with this hurt ever again. The mother collapses to the ground. Then, her family comes to see if she's okay. They then nudge at her. She's okay, but she just has to rest. The juvenile will now just have to watch over her mother. His mother, sorry. And he'll have to learn to be really strong. For when he leaves his herd, he will have to defend himself from other predators. But the mother, for now, decides to rest from this fight. The juvenile keeps watch out in the grasslands for anyone who wants to kill them and harm them. About 30 minutes later, Jeremy is wandering the grasslands, still hungry. But he finds something. It's the same ornitholestes from earlier. Since ornitholestes are small, Jeremy can take one down easily, even if he's wounded. The ornitholestes is doing the same thing, looking for small animals to eat, but he's oblivious, totally, to the one that he encountered earlier. So Jeremy sneaks up and strikes. Jeremy then snaps its neck, killing it instantly. So now, Jeremy doesn't have to starve for the night. He now has some food for himself, and he begins to dig in. It will take time for him to heal, just like the Amargosaurus, but at least he has food. And he'll live and fight for another day, just like those Amargosauruses. That is all for today, and see you in the next episode of Prehistoric Island, World of Dinosaurs, Season 2. Have a nice day and stay safe and well.